Here we are. We're doing it. We're doing it. And we're excited. But I just said to Dave, I said, we're nuts. You know that? Like, we're crazy. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
It's been a long, long time coming. It's been a long, long, long time. It's been a long, long time coming. It's been a long, long, long time.
So you guys are used to seeing us in our RV, and we've been doing that for 5 years, full-time living in our RV. And what we have discovered is that what we enjoy the most is off-grid living. So we've been boondocking a ton. We have solar power, we're out in Quartzsite, we're out in BLM land, National Forest land, and that's just the way we like to do things.
What happened was we started to think of different ways that we could still stay off grid, get away from the RV life for a little bit, but then go back to the RV life. And what we came up with the idea of buying a camp or a cottage in Ontario, Canada. We are going to Canada. We're going to stay with my brother tonight, halfway up, and we are going to look at cottages on islands. And we've been talking about this with some of our friends for a while. The fact that summers we come back to Minnesota and we don't really find stuff to film, and we don't really find interesting things going on because we're back here all the time when we're from here, or I'm from here. And so the idea is to film on the island off-grid living, which will be really fun. Maybe we'll find out. We basically look at it as we're taking our life right now in the RV and moving it onto an island and into a cabin that's all off-grid, solar generator, all that stuff, LP. Anyway, we're gonna take off today, go dump the rig back here. There's Jacqueline getting ready, and gonna dump that off with some friends so we don't have to pay site fees at the fairgrounds while we're gone, and we're not using it anyway. So that's the plan.
So we're leaving today for northern Minnesota and then Ontario, and we're really, really excited, but we're nervous. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm buying property in a foreign country. We actually have a bank appointment and all of that set up, so we don't even know, are we going to come back new owners or are we going to have to wait? And we have to be okay with either. But our dream is to have a place up on the island on that beautiful lake and spend as much time there as possible and be closer to my family, which I would absolutely love. So I'm really excited, but I'm nervously excited because I have to temper that excitement just in case it doesn't happen this year. So it'll be fun regardless. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. Canada, here we come. Now that's a fish. What we really wanted was to stay off grid. So we needed to have a place that, you know, didn't have a lot of neighbors around us because one of the things that we really, really enjoy is our privacy, and we want to keep it that way. You know, we love to be out with people, but when we want to be alone, we just want to be off where it's quiet and peaceful, and we absolutely love that. We also needed a place that had solar panel. We didn't really feel like we could come up with, you know, the funds to add a bunch of solar power, and we wanted a place that kind of had those things in place to some extent. So solar power, lake-fed water, but it also had to have a really, really awesome view.
RV Life Tip of the Week with Dave.
Let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome to another RV Life Tip of the Week with Dave. I am Dave. Today I'm talking about bringing things into your RV. Space and weight is everything, as you probably know. So if you bring something in, usually something has to go out. It's a good way to donate something, and then you save on space and weight. Make sure you check out the 25% off Trip Wizard in the description. Take care, you guys. All right, folks, today we're off to meet our realtor in Kenora, Ontario. I was thinking we were in Manitoba for a second. And we're gonna go meet him. We're running a little late, so we gotta go. And we're gonna jump on the boat and spend about the next 4 hours cruising around Lake of the Woods looking at cottages that we've spent the last 2 months looking at online. I told our realtor, Greg, that I feel like we've watched these movies for our lives and now we finally get to meet the actors. So reality kicks in. You excited?
I am. I'm mostly excited for you to see the lake because you haven't seen this before.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, last time I saw it, 25 years ago, but I know you're gonna like it.
Awesome. I was trying to think of a smart aleck response and I don't have anything.
Good.
I'll think of
good.
something on the way there.
No.
I can fire the camera back up.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So there's a green marker right over there. That'll be this guy. So we're going to head up to here and cut into here and go up to there.
So we're going through these islands, and even our realtor who grew up here is having to use charts, and he uses them because he doesn't want to screw up, because he'd rather take time to look at his charts and double check than to hit a rock outcropping, and that's not a good day. So it's really interesting. Even he has his pile of charts and he goes through and makes sure, and he said sometimes they remove markers and they have to figure out which ones they remove. They put out notices, but they're all numbered, and then you have to figure out and make the changes on your map. It's really interesting to come out here, but you can get lost out here really, really quickly. Something to keep in mind. There you go. Hi. You having fun?
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
The wind came up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit wavy, but I'm used to it.
Yeah.
As long as Greg thinks it's okay to keep going, I'm in.
Well, we'll get a better sense when we get out into open water. I think we'll be all right. It just might not be as nice a ride. Are you okay with this, or would you rather I slow down?
I'm good.
I'm fine. So we're rolling up on the next cabin. So we looked at 2 today. Looked at the first one, and now we're coming in for the second one. It's a rough ride today. White caps out here. A storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it already.
Looks nice,
Oh
doesn't
my
it?
God.
Yeah. We do not know yet if we have our financing. We have that appointment later today. We do not know yet if we're going to get the cottage we want, but if we do, we need to know that there is going to be a marina that we can get a slip at. Everything for this year is sold out, but they have a waiting list or something for next season, which is when we would need it. So we're gonna see what's the cost and how do we get on that list.
One of the issues we're running into is you have to get a boat slip. Our realtor, Greg, great guy, said that they call this the boating capital of North America, but with that said, there aren't enough slips for all the boats. So you have to get a slip, you have to have a place to park your truck because you live on an island. So how do you get back and forth? A lot of people say that, how do you get out to your island? And I kind of laugh and I kind of make fun of people, and I feel bad now because they're not sure. Do you barge out your RV? They know we're RVers. Do you put it on a barge? Do you go out there? Well, we have a cabin, or we will have a cabin, and we have to have a boat to get to said cabin. So we're still in the process of shopping for a marina that getting on waiting lists, because there are huge waiting lists. The place we went to yesterday had 285 people on the waiting list. It's like the chicken or the egg thing. You get a cabin, you just hope you get a slip. But if you get a slip and you don't have a cabin, then you're paying for a slip without a cabin. So we figured the big one is the cabin. Slips we've been finding run about just a little over $1,000 for the season, and that gives you a place to park your truck and a place to park your boat.
So we came to this marina and we met the owner. Actually, Dave talked to him for quite a while, and what a nice man,
Yeah,
right?
nice guy.
Yeah, makes you really want to get a slip here.
Absolutely.
So we kind of fell in love with this marina, and maybe we'll end up getting a slip here. Sometimes you just feel it.
Yeah,
Shall we?
let's go.
Let's go. We're just having this conversation about how things happen sometimes, you know, without you really thinking about them, like really good things happen. For instance, today we're looking at different marinas, and there was one and it was kind of out of the way a little bit. It was just farther than, you know, we would have, I guess, been going. We were going to start going back the other direction. And I said to Dave, well, do you want to go? And he's like, well, yeah, I think we should go. And I said, okay, well, let's just check it out. And we found out about dry docking.
We never even thought of it.
Yeah.
And so we went and talked to the owner, nicest guy, Gary, and he said, well, you know, you can also dry dock. And I said, well, do you have it's kind of a weird question, but do you have a place that like we could put our boat while we ran into town? He said, oh yeah, this dock right here is for our dry dock people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run to Winnipeg, and we don't need our boat in the slip. We need our boat at the cottage.
Right. So it would be very rare that we'd actually have to have it sitting in the marina, so you're paying for this slip that you're really not using. And I'm sure you guys understand, like, you don't want to spend a bunch of money. And so some of these marinas, and I get it, but it's expensive. So now if you're looking at dry docking, he said that's like half the price.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love it.
So right now we're just sitting and waiting from our mortgage guy to let us know if we're approved. And there's not much we can do, but we leave back for the States tomorrow. So we're hoping he gets back to us so that we can put an offer in, and because it's easier to do it over here. But we have half the day tomorrow, so that's good. The people we got the Airbnb from, and is an amazing place, and they're so cool. Watch the float planes land right in front of us all day long. And they said, don't worry about hurrying out of here. So we have the place tomorrow for most of the day to meet with the realtor and get everything squared away before we head down to the States.
You'd think it would be easy because it's just the US and Canada, but it isn't that easy. And I haven't lived here in 25 years, so I can't really use any credit history from Canada. Just sent our realtor a message and just said, hey, we're still waiting, so let us know if there's anything else you need from us, and hopefully we can just work remotely going forward.
Wait.
I'll get this. Welcome to another Healthy Living Tip with Jacqueline. Today I'm talking about napping because I was tired today. So napping can be a healthy thing, right? Especially as you age. Napping can help with cognitive function. It can improve your mood and your alertness as well. Experts say 30 minutes is about the max that you want to sleep for. Other than that, you'll just be groggy. However, you gotta listen to your body because sometimes you'll be on a medication that might make you sleepy, or you just haven't slept well the night before and you might need more sleep. Now remember, if you are sleepier than normal several days in a row, make sure that you check that out with your physician because you may have an underlying condition. One of the things that I do is I help people to lose weight and get healthy, especially as they age. And if you're interested in hearing more about that, you can email me at theborderhookups@gmail.com, or you can check out my Facebook page, Jacqueline Hudson Coach, and I'm going to show you a healthy client transformation. That's been another Healthy Living Tip with Jacqueline. I really wish I could have napped today, but I didn't. How weird is this? It's so crazy. It's been 5 years in this wonderful, wonderful rig, which we love. And now we have to put it in storage for the first time ever. It feels weird, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, like this is our home. No matter which way you look at it, it might be a trailer, but it's our home, and we've made it comfortable for us. I mean, comfortable in such a small space. We are looking forward to having a little bit more space for a while, but it's a whole new world that we're going to be encountering, and we're up for it.
There you go. Yeah, so we're here at the marina. We're gonna drop some stuff off, and this is our marina. This will be our boat's home. We didn't get a boat slip. We got a dry dock slip. We've probably talked about this before, and we're probably gonna repeat ourselves a lot. But we got a dry dock slip, meaning we can leave it on the dock for like overnight, because the boat will be with us at our cottage, where most of these people who have a slip here either live on their boats or they come for the weekends or a week, and then they bring it back here and store it.
So we don't have our boat. What are we doing?
We don't have our boat, so this is what we're doing. We're gonna drop off our kayak, thank you Roy and Phyllis, and a bunch of bins so we have room for when we go to the pod to get the boat, and then more stuff, so we have room in the truck. Otherwise, we're totally maxed out on room right now. So they're nice enough to let us store some stuff here for about a week, and then we'll be back.
Okay.
So off we go to get our boat yet to be named. So we're gonna get out of here, gonna film a little of it, and we'll try to learn, figure out what we're doing, and make a good day of it.
Let me ask you a question. How did you sleep last night?
I didn't sleep well. There's a lot going on, you guys. It's not to complain, because it's a good thing that we're doing. It's a great thing we're doing. It's an amazing thing. And but it's just a lot all at once. Just boom, boom, boom. And I'm in a country that I didn't grow up in, so I'm kind of feeling my way through all this stuff too. And not that we're over in like some foreign speaking country, at least where we are, but it's just a lot happening all at once. And it's gonna feel really good just to get in one place and just stop, because today we have a 5-hour drive, probably 2-hour boat test, 5-hour drive.
And we have to register the trailer, which we didn't know we had to do. So we already licensed the boat, but we also have to register the trailer, but we have to get a NIVIS from the manufacturer, so we have to get that boat test, go get that document, and then drive.
What she said.
And that would be our boat, I believe.
I believe.
Exciting, exciting. So we were just inside, and the guy who sold us the boat is hooking it up. So it's not the one out there. We were kind of wondering, we were looking it over, but it's the one that is back over here. So as soon as he hooks it on, I will show you. It's so exciting. It is nerve-wracking, but it's exciting. We're real excited about this. So yeah, should be all good, hopefully. Excited?
Mm-hmm.
Liar. He's thinking of all the things that can go wrong. Like us not catching up to them and not knowing where we're going. It was freezing out there. Oh my gosh.
They were like, normally the lake isn't this rough, and there's nobody out there. In fact, they left the trailer in the water where we took the boat off, because there's nobody here. Nobody's crazy enough to come out here. And but I said I'd rather have them test it in rough water.
Me too.
Because this is kind of what we have to get used to, is rough water, because we're on big water.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect all of the time. And they were so good. Even though it was so cold out here, they went through everything with us and showed us every little, button, and helped us cover the boat afterwards. And how exciting was that?
It's a very simple boat, and that's the nice thing about it. It's built so strong and so tough, and it doesn't have all these bells and whistles. We didn't want all the bells and whistles. And it still has bells and whistles, because it has a live well, it has 2 motors, it has all of it.
Have to be able to fish.
Yeah, you gotta be able to fish.
Yeah, it's exciting. We've never owned a boat before or anything, so, but it's needed, because if we want to get out to our off-grid camp, then we need a boat.
Now we have a boat.
And now we have a long trip, so time to go.
I was telling Jacqueline that I have German guilt, in that when you get something nice, you feel guilty about it, that you have something nice. So we're very, very fortunate to have it, and it's crazy. We just took a leap and went for it, and this will be our boat forever. All right, had to stop for gas. It's so weird to talk to you guys about stuff that's not all RVing. I feel like we moved to a different country. Well, we're in Canada, but I feel like we talking about a whole different thing. Like, it's so weird to not talk about, like, check the doors, check this. But I do walk the boat to make sure that everything is good back there. But we had to stop and get fuel. It's also odd because on my GPS I'm following miles, and on my speedometer and all this I'm following kilometers. So I keep going back and forth. And gonna get down the road. I'm winded. I don't even know why I'm winded, but I'm winded.
I'm excited. So let's go, let's go.
Let's do it to it.
Yes.
You gonna grab those drinks on the back of the truck? What are we doing? We're cutting? Cut, cut, cut. That's a take. That's a wrap. Let's call it, people. Craft services, let's go.
All right, we've got some friends. They're pretty noisy. This is our last stop before we get to the marina, and we were driving into town and Dave said, oh my gosh, it's starting to be real now. So we had to stop off for some last minute items. Walmart, and then the Canadian Tire is right across the road. But we really don't have a lot of place to pack everything anymore. So we might have to start using the boat a little bit more. We have a few things in there, but needed a fan. Dave likes to sleep with a fan. And we do have a mini split in there that we saw, but like, we don't know how to even run it. We're hoping it's this easy. It probably is, but you have to be prepared, right? So anyway, we've got a fan, and then I got peanut butter for mice because I have some mouse traps. And I am sure that there is going to be a mouse or two there when we get there. It's been closed up the whole time, all, you know, fall, winter, whatever. And I think there will be a mouse or two. So have to do that. And then what else did we get? Just a few things. But it's crazy. We're here and we want to get out there, but at the same time we're like apprehensive about it. So, oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be quite the experience. Those guys think so too. What are you guys doing? Anyhow, we're gonna be fine. We were just driving by part of the lake and I looked at it and I said to Dave, I can't imagine waking up on a lake. I just can't. We're used to getting up and seeing some beautiful things out of the window of the RV, but I just can't even fathom what it's gonna be like to actually get up and see water outside of my window. Like, that's bizarre. It's so bizarre to me. Tomorrow it'll be a reality, so.
So we're continuing our little journey. I have our bins put together here, all zip tied. I'm gonna stack these. I think the boat's high enough where I can stack two. We have a lot of stuff. You don't realize how much stuff you have. It reminds me of RVing because you think, oh, you have all this room, let's just move it all in, and stuff fills up really fast. So the beauty is we're at the marina here, and if we need to leave something, we can leave it a couple of days, I think, and come back and get it in 2 loads or 2 trips. So Jacqueline's just figuring out the GPS so we can get out there without running into anything, and we'll figure it out. But we're just taking our time and getting it done right so we don't crash our beautiful Bella. It's our boat name is Bella, named after our old puppy. So keep it going, keep on going.
You guys, we got so lucky. We met somebody who's helping us. Okay. It's kind of a weird back end here, like it's a dock that doesn't have a lot of room for us to like take the rope and then just pull the boat over. So he has to drive right from in the boat, and then he has to go around the corner and tie up so that he can pick me up. And I'm gonna go park the trailer. But we met this John guy, and he loves teaching people, and he has been helping us so much. Very grateful, very grateful. If you watch this, John, thank you so much. Well, when you get out of your comfort zone, you learn new things. So I had to grab the truck and the trailer and find a parking spot, and there was nothing where I could just drive straight in over here. So I headed down there, and then I had to back up because I got to a dead end. And guess what? It was no problem. I backed it up. I'm so excited. And then I pulled into another area, and then the owner said, oh yeah, you can park right here. So when they put these vessels in, now that the ice is off and they're putting the vessels in, they have parking spots over here for people. So you just have to kind of find one where one of the vessels is gone from and park there. So that's what I did, and now I'm gonna go and see how Dave did getting to the dock, and now he's waiting for me. And then we have to head out, and it's about a 40-minute boat ride, but we figure with how slow we're going to be going, it'll probably take us over an hour, and that's okay, because we want to make sure that we do it right, that we don't hit anything, and it's going to be really interesting to navigate it. John showed us how to use the paper map, kind of the route that we should go, and we have Navionics on our Garmin and the Garmin GPS and everything, but I guess what I didn't know is when you put it in, it doesn't navigate you like around in the waters and tell you all that stuff, or at least it didn't for us. And he said you just kind of have to go, and then once you go, you'll have that trip recorded, and then you'll know for future. So it's a little bit windy. It wasn't windy at all earlier. It's a little bit windy, but I don't think it's gonna be windy enough to make a difference, because like I said, we're gonna go really slow. Did you break it?
No, John's amazing.
I know.
Sorry. We have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
shoot everything.
If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
You're not in witness protection or anything.
No, I'm good.
anymore. You're not.
You did okay though?
He was great.
Really? So
Yeah.
do you feel like that helped a lot,
Absolutely
right? You don't know what you're doing.
There's a lot to learn.
Here we are. We're doing it. We're doing it. So we've been following the paper chart, and John back at the Marina had helped us to like kind of see where our line was, our navigation line. Looking there at the Garmin, between that and then the map, I'm directing Dave, and he's doing an awesome job. And we know we're close, and we're excited, but I just said to Dave, I said, we're nuts, you know that? Like, we're crazy. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I am nervous to see the place. I'm excited. This is a beautiful day and a beautiful lake. There it is.
There it is.
We made it. I can't believe it. I see a smile.